The theme for the week is patience. Now, me doing an assembly on patience is about as appropriate as Ronald McDonald doing a morning session on healthy eating. Actually, he looks like he's got quite a good BMI, Ronald McDonald. But I'm a terribly impatient person. I'm really plagued by a constant sense of a need to be doing something. And when I saw that this was the theme for the week, given everything that's going on for you guys in particular, I just thought, God, this is in poor taste. We're already asking them to wait to hear about what's going to happen with mocks. We're waiting for details about what's happening with the final grades, all the rest of it. They're not allowed to go out. They're not allowed to see their pals. And now we're going to lecture them about patience. And then I thought, actually, no, in some ways, it's really fitting, because more than ever, we need to know about ways that we can stay patient, because frankly, we haven't got a lot of choice but to be patient. So maybe in a funny old way, I'm the perfect person to talk to you about this, because I am so impatient and I've had to work out some techniques over my years for managing that. So, what are the parameters of the situation that we're in? Firstly, I'd like to apologise, just on behalf of everybody over the age of 18, for the situation that you are currently in. The pandemic clearly was nobody's fault, but you are in a situation where you are being presented with perhaps a degree more uncertainty than you absolutely had to be. I can promise you that the moment that we have the details that we need to work out a plan for your mocks and what the final grade awarding process is going to be, we will share it with you. I can also tell you that it really is worth, in fact, not just worth, it's essential, it's really important that you continue to attend your lessons and work hard and give of your best, not just because those are honourable, good things to be doing in any situation anyway, but because actually the strong likelihood is we are going to get an opportunity to give some kind of assessment. And for year 12 and for 13, year 12 that will be happening, year 13 we very much hope, and year 13 that assessment, if it happens, won't decide any grades, but it could contribute towards them. So do stay in the game. But it is frustrating not knowing more, and it is frustrating not being able to go out, and it is frustrating not having live music, or I'm sure you're all too young to go to pubs, but restaurants or theatre or anything like that. So how do we stay sane within the parameters of the situation we're in? How do we keep our patience? These are the tips that have worked for me. So first and foremost, try to have a laugh. Sometimes the world might not seem terribly funny, but one glorious gift we have in this country is BBC iPlayer, which, whether or not you've got a Netflix subscription or someone else is logging your password, you can always get onto for free. And my two key recommendations, one's taking it back a bit, and you might not have come across it. The first is The Mighty Boosh. That's on there. Some of it's a little bit racy, not massively racy, just a bit of blue language, perhaps. And it's very funny. Worth sticking with it. That's 3 series. That's going to kill some time, just distract you, keep some mental energy going. And then more recently, I'm sure quite a lot of you are familiar with This Country. And Daisy May Cooper, who wrote that, has got an Instagram account that I would never recommend to you because it's got terrible language, and you definitely shouldn't look at it at all. How will having a laugh keep you be patient? I think the reason that I find it so hard to be patient sometimes is I have a constant sense of a need to be doing something. So when you're feeling that nervous energy rise, don't, for the love of God, just go on your phone and go down some rabbit hole of weird social media. Put some time aside and say, actually, do you know what? I'm going to cheer myself up. I'm going to watch something funny. Give it a go. Give both those series a go. Tell me what you think about them. If you don't like them, or if there's other things you like. I've pretty much watched every British comedy series from the early 70s, from start to finish. It would be my mastermind subject. So tell me what you're into. I'll try and guide you like some kind of weird sommelier of British comedy and find you something that can just give you half an hour every now and then of a break, mental break. What else? Educate yourself. Well, that sounds like a bit of a busman's holiday, doesn't it? All that you're doing, 6 hours a day or whatever it is, 2, 4, 6 is blowing Zoom videos about whatever A-levels you're doing. Well, I would like to propose that you educate yourself, you broaden your horizons on topics that you're not going to be assessed on and that don't have an assessment criteria, just because actually it's really cool to learn stuff. The links are for these two particular websites that I would really, really recommend are below. One is this crash course from America on a whole range of topics. It's led by Arizona State University. I tend to watch the history ones because there's such cool stuff on like Mongol history that I never learnt about, or really obscure mid-19th century European history I didn't know about. But they've got chemistry, they've got evolution, they've got you name it. And the video is about 10 to 15 minutes long. Just pop one on, give yourself a bit of knowledge that you didn't have before, something to talk about when you do get to see your friends, because none of us are going to have any news. What did you do? Oh, I went for a walk. What did you do? Oh, yeah, I also went for a walk. Well, you can be the person that can tell them all about Genghis Khan. And the other one that I would really, really recommend, if you're a bit sick of kind of watching screen after film, is this. It's another American site, Long Reads. There is a subscription element, but there's a lot on it that's free, and it's a whole range of essays and some short stories on completely different topics, on science, on politics, current affairs, different ideas that are developing. Really, really fantastic. And just a good way of broadening your horizons and your knowledge if you have got that sense of, oh God, what's going on, And then the final set of tips, and I really hate these ones because it's all stuff that I hate doing, but I really know works. So reluctantly, but out of a sense of moral and professional obligation, you do need to try and get outside every day. I have to, because at the moment I'm coming into school, and also I've got small people upstairs that demand to go to the park and everything. Children, not anyway. And you know what? I always feel better after I've had some fresh air and walked around some green trees or whatever else. It does make you feel better. Listen to music while you do it. If you can't get outside for any reason, you might have caring responsibilities, whatever, try and do a bit of a dance around the flat, because actually that'll get some of the endorphins going. I like dancing, actually. I do like dancing, but getting outside, but it is really, really good for you. And having some music can actually set a kind of soundtrack for it, make it a bit more exciting and lift your mood a bit. We could actually, if you ask me for some comedy recommendations, I'd be quite interested in some of your music recommendations, because I haven't listened to anything apart from Christmas carols or Fleetwood Mac since about 2004. So I believe I need to catch up. Joseph in year 12 recommended Young Thug. That wasn't for me, but we shall see. So listen, you've every darn reason to feel impatient and frustrated, and whatever more articulate way of saying is with this whole situation. I am 100% in your corner. Those feelings are legitimate, and I am so, so sorry that this is where we are. Those are just some tips for managing those feelings. The situation we are in is not forever. No feeling ever, ever, ever lasts. No situation ever, ever lasts. And sunlit uplands are on the horizon. We have a vaccine. There is every reason to be optimistic about things in the coming months. Just got to get through this season in the trenches all together. As ever, email me if you have any questions at all or any concerns, anything, and I'll come back to you with all the information and support that I can. So that's about it from me. God bless. Go well. We'll meet again.